Hi, good morning. My name is Tosin, and here with me today I have Mr. Tosin Godwin, a transformational speaker and a business consultant. All right, today we'll be taking you in a series, Success Principles. Okay, all right, so Mr. Tosin Godwin, you're welcome.
Thank you, Tosin. It's good to do this with you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so Mr. Tosin Godwin, yes, we're talking about success principles. So how have you been able to utilize success, and what would you say to people about success?
Yeah, success is something that everybody talks about. You hear virtually everybody has mentioned the word success, and that is because it's something everybody wants in his or her life. But then a lot of persons sees success as something big, or something that is made
abstract.
for certain kinds of people, something abstract, or something that it is
Not
people that
achievable.
have divine grace or two head that should be successful. No. Now let me talk on. There's something about a principle that they call cause and effect.
Okay.
Yeah, it says if Tosin is successful, and I do what Tosin does that makes her successful, I should be successful too.
Yeah.
So what it means is that nature is neutral. Nature does not understand that you are male or you're female. Nature does not understand that you have two heads or you have three heads. No, nature is neutral. It gives you the same favor it's giving Mr. B. Now we'll come to the spiritual aspect of nature, but you need to first understand that nature is neutral, and that is why the law of cause and effect is real. If you are successful, and what you do is you pick a pen that makes you successful. If I also pick a pen, I should be successful. So the concept of success is that a lot of persons get so scared of it that it gets to them and they do not get the reality of it.
Wow, success is neutral. I mean, nature is neutral. So what makes one A successful should also make B successful.
Yes.
Wow, that's a very good one.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people have been saying, yes, you have to dream big to be successful. I mean, how does that, work?
Oh yeah. You see, the first thing you must know before you become successful is you must learn the art of dreaming big.
Wow. So it's a learning.
It's a skill.
Oh.
It's a learning. It's a skill.
Skill.
Trust me.
Wow.
Every great man you see, especially those that started from nothing, especially those that started from they didn't come from a silver spoon family, or persons that were like someone like me. I've slept on the floor of a house.
Wow.
For days up to a month. I've begged on the street because I could not get money or feed myself. Now, I began to study great men, persons that started from nothing, that had nobody to help them. You see a lot of youths today saying, government is not giving us job, people are not helping us, my family is not helping me, my parents. No. There were persons in this earth that had nothing. They started with zero. Today they are millionaires that we celebrate. The question that I've always asked myself is that how did they do it? And this answer they've always told me is that the first thing you must do if you must be successful is you must learn to dream big.
Wow.
And dreaming big is a free gift that God has given us, and that is what God calls the power of imagination. Your ability to imagine what you want, the ability to imagine that, okay, in the next 2 years I want to be in a private jet that flies me to and fro. It's not going to cost you anything to dream big. You are not paying anybody to dream big. God has given you for free. Your own job is for free. And many persons do not know that it's a mystery, because when you dream big, you might not know that something is happening.
Wow.
So dreaming big, dreaming big is something that should be your number one skill, your number one ability to do every day of your life.
Wow.
Now let me share with you something. Do you know that dreaming big is not necessarily that thing will happen immediately? So I dream. Time. Yeah, look at me. Today I work in an organization. It's an investment organization. And I remember those days where I had no job. I had nothing. I would just sit down. And I'll begin to imagine and see myself that I'm talking to millions of people. I will just sit down.
The power of imagination.
Yeah, and I will just begin to imagine myself that I'm consulting or I'm training people.
Wow.
I don't know if it will happen
or not.
It's not my job to know if it will happen. My job is to imagine it.
Yeah.
And it is so funny that my life, I've seen that my path or the dots of my life keeps connecting towards that path. And today, those things I used to dream about, that I used to imagine, that I used to think of, they're happening without me working or looking for such opportunities.
Wow, Mr. Tosin Godwin has taken us through a lot.
So dreaming big is a skill you must learn.
Yeah.
Whether you are a millionaire, if you want to be, dream big. It's not going to, you don't pay for it.
Yes, wow. So he said dreaming big is a skill, and I got that this morning.
Yeah.
And regardless of your background or where you're coming from, it's not an excuse. You can be successful.
You can.
I mean, he has a story and he just shared with us this morning. All right, so there's this saying that what your hand finds to do and what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you balance up this?
God bless you. You see, a lot of youth, and I really like to address this to youths like me, my age range, and the likes. There's difference. My pastor gave me this revelation.
Okay.
Pastor Enoch Dorotoye. And he said there is difference between what your heart wants to do and what your hand finds to do. When I finished my NYSC, the job I got immediately was not what my heart wanted to do. But it was what my hand at that time finds to do. But there was something about what my hand finds to do. I did it with my everything. And it led me to what my heart finds to do. You see a lot of persons today who are working in organizations and they don't like the job. It's fine, you don't like the job. But are you giving it your everything? What your hands finds to do? Oh, my hand finds shoemaking to do. Do you give it your everything? Look, stop blaming the government. Stop blaming your parents. Stop blaming your community. Stop blaming people. You've got to take that mentality of dependency away. The problem with our persons our people is this dependency mentality. Now, let me share something with you. And I want to share this with people probably before we go. I want you to try this. You are listening to me right now. What do you want to become? What do you want to become? I just want to share something that has changed my life. Think about that thing. Just think about it. Imagine that you have all the free gifts. Imagine that you are the most talented. Imagine that you have all the money you want. Imagine that you have everything you need. Now, imagine, what do you want to become? Just imagine it. Are you imagining it? Very good. Have you imagined it? What you've always wanted to become? Like me, I tell people, very soon I'll be sitting with the likes of Fela Dorotoye. Very soon I'll be with the likes of Les Brown. That has been my dream. Now, just imagine it. Are you imagining it? Now, the question is this. Come back to reality. Come back to reality. All right, now the question is this. That imagination you've done, that thing you want to become, sincerely is possible. But this is the question I will ask you. What do you think you need to do to get there?
Wow, this is awesome. I mean, what your heart wants to do and what your hand finds it to do. So do it well, do it excellently. And that's what leads you to what your heart really wants to do. So you can't blame anybody. You take responsibility. I mean, take up that dependency mentality. Wow, Mr. Tosin Godwin, I'm really, really blessed. I'm glad to have you on this series. All right. So this is where we'll be rounding up today. All right, Mr. Tosin Godwin has said a lot. So we'll see you same time tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.